action. We are watching second round action of the Diamond Pro Players 10-Ball Championship. We're here at Valley Forge Convention Center. We have been here all weekend. We're going to be here all weekend. This is part of the Alan Hopkins Super Billiards Expo that he puts on every year. He does a great job with it. I believe he's been doing it for 17 years. And we're watching some of the best 10-ball action around. So I think our next matchup is going to be Oscar Dominguez. And he's going to be playing Marlon Manalo, I believe. They're just getting loose on the table real quick. Okay, Oscar's going to take a little practice time on the table. We're going to get this match underway in about 2 or 3 minutes. So stay with us. If you need anything for pool, if you need a cue, if you need a shirt, if you need equipment, if you need anything for pool, you need to be here for the Expo this weekend. It's pretty much the biggest pool event of the year in this country, I think, if not one of the biggest events. It is full up. We have a full field of pro players out here. And if you're in the area, if you guys are east of the Mississippi, man, you need to get down here. There's no reason to not be here this weekend. Some of the best pool players around. They're fighting it out for their share, that $20,000 first place. They're all looking to put that cash in their pocket. And we're going to be live streaming tomorrow and Sunday as well. I think the finals will be on Sunday, along with the straight pool challenge finals. So you got another 2 days ahead of you of great pool matches, so don't go anywhere. Their match is going to start. They're getting ready to lag. It's going to be a great match. Manalo, one of the best Philippine players. Everybody knows him. Oscar Dominguez is coming off a great year. He was part of the Moscone Cup team this year. I think he won Turning Stone too in August, which is a great feat for him. I think it was August. Might have been December. I'm not 100% on that. Both players are they're ready for this match. It was a close leg. Now they decided to split the leg and start again. That you don't see too much. Usually they'll get the tournament official in there to make a judgment call, but Oscar looks like he squeaked this one out. Oscar's going to get the break, and any second now he's going to crack them open, and we're going to be underway. I'm just writing down some notes as they get prepared to battle here. Going to try and keep you guys as informed as we can. And hopefully everything will go well, and we'll watch a great match. You can see he's using the AccuRack, which is a new product this year. It looks a little complicated and kind of funny because it's like I said before, it's the only pool rack that comes with its own luggage, because it just looks ridiculous almost, but the idea behind it is actually pretty good. It keeps you from high racking the balls or low racking the balls. You know, you're forced to put them on that one spot every time, and you can't tilt the rack. It just makes it for a consistent rack, you know, time and time again. It might look a little silly out there if you're not used to seeing it, but it does a great job of what it's supposed to do, and that's what counts. And Oscar broke off pretty good, made the 8 in the side, left himself, unfortunately, stuck behind the 2. He's probably going to push out. But where to push out to? He's going to think about this for a couple of seconds, so I just want to give a shout out for Inside Pool Magazine. They're one of the 2 sponsors that are being they're responsible for bringing this feed for you guys this weekend. They are live streaming this weekend along with McDermott Custom Cues, handcrafted cues. Those are the 2 guys that are responsible for the feed. guys are enjoying it. Again, we're going to be here all weekend, so don't go anywhere. Yeah, he's walking around the table. He wants to figure out what he's got to do. He doesn't want to push up table. He'll leave a combo. He doesn't want to push down table. He'll get stuck behind the 3. So he's got a bit of a decision to make. If he wants to do anything, he might want to tie something up other than the 1, 3, and 5. So he probably left a jump shot. I don't know how well Manalo jumps the ball. Probably pretty good, but he's going to give it back to Oscar. See, I wasn't crazy about this push. He might make a hit on it, but oh, he might save it. Oh, look at that shot. That was a fabulous hit. He did leave him a 1-rail kick, but he played a great shot right there. Oscar's been playing excellent the last year or so. Won his first pro event, his first major event. He was part of the winning Mosconi Cup team. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes the team next year, too. He's been playing real good. Manalo hits it, and he got kind of lucky with the leave. He's going to leave Oscar across the side bank, which I think he's going to play. He's looking to get out this rack. I think the 3 does go past the 5. So from here, he's getting on the 2 pretty much. 2 rails on the 2, I think. Perfect shot. And it came up a little high. Down a little hard. So I think he's going to duck at this one. He can try and cut it in, but it's a thin cut. He's going to duck and put the cue ball up underneath that 5 and 3. See how he executed. He got lucky, I think, that the 6 got in the way. But I don't know if Manalo can see it directly. We'll take a look, see if he's got a shot at it. If you can't see it, I'll just play 1 rail speed. The 6 probably. Looked at the 3, so he might be able to get there. No, he's playing a smooth shot over there. He made a great shot. You can see it. Unfortunately, he's hit that ball. Now, I think he can still see the 3 ball. And he's got just enough room to get it past the 5. If he takes the shot on, he's just going to play like a stop shot, a little bit of bottom left, and he'll get dead on that 5 ball. Looks like I can't tell if that's the 4 next to the 7 ball. It might be the 8. So he played it and he missed. It was a tough shot. He had to do too much with the cue ball. And now he's going to leave Oscar a good chance to secure that first rack. The shot right here is no easy shot. The shot itself isn't that hard, but trying to get position on that 4 ball, I don't think it goes past the 9. It doesn't go past the 5. Getting position on it to make it in the outside pocket. Either side pocket is difficult. It looks like he feeds the 5. Looks like he pulled it off perfectly. Perfect shot on that 3 ball. Looks like that's the 4. I can't tell. The 4 ball in the side pocket would play if that's the 4. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. Yeah, he played a good shot there to get on that ball. Now he's got to be careful too, because I don't think the 7 goes past the 9 ball. He might be able to get away with it if he gets dead straight on the 7 and close to it, so he can control the cue ball. He doesn't have to move it. He doesn't have to do anything because the 9 is right there. see where he gets on that 6. See what he wants to do. He's got a little bit. I think he might have went a little too far. He's got angle enough. He could probably just stop it right there. One rail. I don't know if he'd want to play the combo. Looks like he's going to try and draw into it. This is going to be a difficult shot because obviously the side pocket's right there. He might end up with a good result. He might play to bank it. That might be the shot right here. Play to bank it. If you go into it, there's too many variables that can happen. You know. Yeah. He way underhit that. Now I'm kind of curious as to what he's going to do. He could bank it. I don't think he'll try that though. He might roll it right up. Looks like he's going to roll it right. It probably does squeak past. Oh, he did play safe. Tried to get it behind the 10. And I think he overran his mark just a little bit. And Manalo can see it. Now, I don't know if he can see all of it past the 10 ball to cut it in. But if he can see half of it, he might play it off the 9, which is what he's doing. He's got to watch out, though. Because 9's coming back off the rail. It might hit the cue ball if he just sticks right there. He's got to try and work position on all 3 balls right here. He's got to play the cue. He's got to play the 7 off the 9. He's got to pay attention to where that 9 ball is going to go. So I think he's good for making the 7. It's just a question of what next. I think he'll probably draw it up a little bit. Perfect. Oh, and he missed the 7. I see, that was the difficulty with that shot. You know, he's got to do too many things. He's got to play position on the ball that hasn't stopped moving yet. You know, he's got to pocket the ball. That was a tough shot. But he's an aggressive player. He's not going to... He had the shot. He's going to take it. Now Oscar looks like he's lining up for the side pocket, which I personally don't like because that line through that object ball is inside. It might be just outside that middle diamond like I had touched on earlier. If that object ball is lined up with the center diamond on the low rail and it's inside close to the long rail, I will not shoot that in the side pocket. It's just if you draw a diamond on the table between the 2 head diamonds and the side pockets, if the object ball is outside that diamond, I would never play that in the side pocket. Better off shooting that for the corner. But he's looking just to kind of slow roll. He just wants to make it. Just come off that rail a couple inches. That's all he wants to do. Yeah, he hit it very well. He hit that very well. Hit both rails a couple of times. I hit the facing in there, but it fell. That gives him a good chance to get on the lead here. Take this first rack. Perfect on that 10 ball. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he makes it. Yeah, I knew he would make it. So we are going to give Oscar Dominguez that first game over Marlon Manalo. 1-0 on a race to 9. And we got plenty of action left, so I don't think this is over yet. But you want to get that first game, though. It's important to get that first game. Kind of puts a little bit of a... It makes you feel a lot better, to be honest with you. You know, you got that one game, you're in control, get your confidence up. If you can, you know, you got the opportunity to get that game, you got to take it. And that's what Oscar did. Marlon took the shot on that carom. It was just unfortunate that it didn't go, and Oscar capitalized on it. That great shot in the side pocket. So we're getting underway here, rack number 2. I think Marlon's at the table. I think Marlon's breaking this rack. He's got a pretty good break. And I don't think he made nothing, though. And I do think he's going to give Oscar a shot. One ball is going to get past that 4, and he's going to come up 1, maybe 2 rails. Just by the 8. Probably just 1 rail, I think. To come straight up the table to get on that 2 ball. But he might go 2 rails. Yeah. 1 rail I think was better because it takes the 8 ball out of the equation. Now again, he'll probably just play this with a high ball, come one rail straight down, past the 5. He wants to try. He might play this high left and come 2 rails, or come far enough down so he has a little bit of an angle on that 3. A little further for him. That's perfect. Now he can just play it just to center ball, you know, and roll it right in and come out and have a natural angle on that 4. I don't think this is going to be too much of a problem for Oscar. It shouldn't be. He's playing great. He's got to pay attention here a little bit. It's a thin cut. He's going to play it with right-hand spin, I think, to come out and play the 5 either in the corner, which I think he's made for. He overhit it a little bit, but he's still okay. See, I think I would have played that for the side pocket. Because this way you can hit the ball a little bit. You don't have to try and, you know, restrict your stroke because you want to stay on the 5. He had, I think, a bigger target area to get on that 5 if he played it in the side pocket. But I think he'll manage this. He'll probably just draw a little bit to that side rail by the pocket. Oh, he went under 6. That's a great shot. That was a great shot. Now he just got to follow it right in, and he's on that 7. And that shows that Oscar's playing good. He's thinking. He's not locking himself into one possibility. And that's what I tell people too. You got to find that shot. You know, you got to find a correct shot. Oh, and he hit that one bad. He hit that one horrible. That's unfortunate. It looks like maybe the ball skidded on him or something. He was rubbing that cloth a little bit, but that was just an unforeseen miss. You wouldn't expect that. And then Marlon's going to play 2 rails and come out and get an angle on the 7. He might soft roll this with a little bit of left-hand spin. Perfect shot. Straight in on the 8. He's just probably going to roll this and get right where the middle diamond is, I think. Maybe a little past the middle diamond on that side rail. He'll be off the rail a little bit. He can stroke the cue ball. He'll have more of a ball to hit. Yeah. And now he can do what he wants. Center ball. Or he looks like he's going to spin it 2 rails with left-hand spin. And it looks like he hit that one pretty good. Yeah, Marlon's in good position to take rack number 2, which I think he will. Again, I'll go out on the ledge. I'm a risk taker. I'll give him the game before he shoots it. So Marlon Manalo ties up this match, 1 game apiece. After rack number 2, we are all squared away. Okay, while they're racking, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Here's some breaking news. Inside Pool Magazine can now bring the world's greatest players right to your front door. Subscribe to Inside Pool for the annual price of just $19.99. Each issue is action-packed with high-impact photos, tournament coverage, in-depth player profiles, and much, much more. Call 888-428-7665. That's 888-428-POOL.
We're back. Looks like Oscar broke. It doesn't look like he made anything. And Marlon's got a little congestion there with that side pocket, but everything goes. I think the 1 does go in that side pocket. And fortunately for him, the 2 balls right there by the corner, he doesn't have to do a whole lot. He just needs to roll this in. It looks like it'll squeeze past the 8. If it doesn't go past the 8, he'll play a safety. But yeah, it looked like it squeezed past. All right, now he's actually in pretty good condition. He's in pretty good shape right here. Played his 2 rails. Get perfect on that 3 rather. 4 balls down here. Pretty much just throw this off the rail a little bit. Yeah, 4 ball obviously 1 rail comes straight up into the center of the table. You want to get just past where that head string is, or that foot string is, the foot spot. gets just past that, he'll play the 5 bottom right and go 2 rails and get on that 6. I hit that one pretty good. I don't think he'll have a problem with this one. He's just going to play it probably bottom right again, get to that right-hand side of the table. Play that 6 right in there. He's just got to roll it in. 7's right there. I think he's out. He should be out from here. Pretty much that 1 ball was the hardest shot he had to play. But then again, as soon as you mention he's out, these guys miss. So I don't want to put the curse on the guy. But I think he's out from here. Pretty much straight in, stop shot. He might think about it for a second, but he's going to roll it in, it looks like. Yeah, that's fine. Now he's got an angle on the 10. Perfect. Just stop shot right here. Play the 10 up the corner. Manalo's going to be our new leader. He's taking his time for something. Seems like a pretty simple shot, but I mean, he's correct. If he feels something's funny or he doesn't like the angle, get up and walk around for a second. Take another look at it. See, he didn't like that. He just didn't like stopping it, so he played 2 rail, draw shot, and get the 10 ball right in the side pocket. It looked like more work than it needed to be, but sometimes it's easier to do it that way to get a better shot. If you don't like the position you're going to end up with, look for a different shot. Marlon is now leading this match 2 games to 1. Again, we're going to 9, so the match isn't far from over yet. The match could go hill-hill, close to it. I think it's going to be a close match the entire way. I don't see either one of these guys giving up. None of these players are going to give up. They might be down in the match, but they sure as heck ain't going to give up on it. And we're about to take apart rack number 3. Manalo's shooting a perfect 1,000. Dominguez is shooting 867. And Manalo does have a powerful break. He takes the balls apart pretty well. He keeps control of that cue ball pretty good. He's probably playing the 6 ball on the side. I mean, these guys know where these balls are going. And how do you like that break, folks? He's supposed to be playing 10 ball. He's playing 7 ball. And look at the layout he's got. This is almost a roadmap, which is what he wanted. You know, he's going to take advantage of the good break, run this rack out. He'll be leading 3-1, and it's still early in the match, but that kind of puts Oscar in a little bit of a spot. Plenty of time to come back, but he doesn't want to give anything away at that point. He's got to be careful. I think he's just going to play this little center ball. Bottom, come to 1 rail, a little bit of spin, come down, perfect shot. Now he's probably going to play the 8 in the side. Looks like he's dead straight in. Might just force it forward a touch. Now he's got angle. He'll probably play this bottom right, come 2 rails. So it looks like he naturally wants to go that way. Perfect. Hit the 3rd rail, which is good. He got in the area he wanted to be in. And then again, he'll just stop this, drag the cue ball across the table. Play the 10 ball in the end. Oh, he decided to stop it right there. He had less angle than I thought. He just made a good shot on the 9. He's dead straight on the 10. So Marlon takes advantage of an excellent break. He runs out the rack, and he's leading the set now 3 games to 1. So we're starting to see some more breaking runs. In the beginning of the tournament, we didn't see too many of them. The match with Mika Immonen and Ralph Eckert, you would expect that they played a lot better than it was, but even the pros have rough times. You know, they don't all shoot perfect every time. But I guess as this event wears on, these players are going to get more and more comfortable at the table. You know, they're going to know the speed of the cloth. They're going to know how the ball reacts off the rail. So they're going to make some adjustments. You know, they'll make some adjustment here and there on their break or their position or their their stroke, and they got the table down pat at this point. So, all right, Oscar made a good break. Fortunately, he didn't signal. I don't think Marlon's going to cut this in. I don't see that happening. I think he's going to play it safe. He might just thin off the one ball and come 2 rails. Try and get stuck under that 10 and 4. Or he could play kind of bank the one. Send the cue ball between the 7 and 3 up table. That might be a good shot too because of the distance. You could play the 1 up that way. Like I said, and try and come down behind the 2 and 4. Looks like the 2 and 4, which is what he did, but he had such a wall of balls to hide behind. 2, 8, 5, 10, 4. You know, so he played a good shot. Even though he didn't get him with the 2 and 4, he still got him with that pack of balls right there. So Oscar's going to have to play. It looks like a 1-rail kick. I don't see him jumping at this because if he makes a jump shot, he's going to jump at it. See, I'm surprised because the 2 ball's down the end of the table. Even if he makes it, unless he just played for a safe. I didn't like his chance of getting down the table. He made a good hit, but he gave Manalo pretty much an easy shot at the 1. Now, he might. This is kind of tricky. You think he's going to play it inside, which is obvious. But how do you get the cue ball down to play the 2? He might play into the cue ball between the 9 and 10 and go 2 rails that way. He might try that. He might just draw a simple draw shot, but I think he's going to play between the 9 and 10 and go over the table. As long as he don't hit the 8. That was the shot, but he didn't execute that well. He got stuck. He's got to kick at it and play safe, but he's going to try and leave the cue ball. Looks like behind that 4, behind that 4 and 5. Filipino players, they really know how to kick at the balls. Play him a safe until you got him, but he'll come with some shot, 2, 3 rails, put you on the defensive, and put you in jail. See, as long as you don't hit that 6, he's perfect, perfect, just perfect. That's all you can say. I don't think Oscar can see the 2 ball past the 9. He can put 2 rails into the corner underneath that 6. And again, he's looking to leave him safe too. If he comes off the right side of that 2 ball after he makes contact, the cue should stay behind the 9, sending the 2 ball towards the side pocket. And he'll probably have the 9, 10, and 8 blockers. Okay, he did execute pretty good. He got a full hit on that 6, so he didn't stay right behind it. Then a hit, excuse me. He didn't stay right behind it. Yeah, as a result, he gave Marlon a shot. If Marlon can get on this 3 ball, I think from the other rack is a foregone conclusion that he'll get out. But just actually getting position on that 4 ball, I think, is going to be the rack for him. Make a good stroke here. He's going to have to come across the table, it looks like. I don't know if he can kill this. Play the 4 in the opposite corner. Doesn't look like he's going to kill it. Yeah, he had to really pound it. He came across 2 rails. And he's straight enough on that 4. He might roll it up a little bit or punch it forward 2 inches to play the 5 in the side pocket. Perfect. Now he's got natural angle, just a simple flop shot. Give him enough angle on that 6. Perfect. 1 rail. Gonna end up near the side pocket. And he'll be straight in on that on the 8. Straight in on the 7 to make the 8. Throw back. There shouldn't be a problem for him. He wants to be almost straight in on that 8. Just a little bit past straight in. Almost where he is now. And, well, he didn't want to do that. He still has a decent shot on the 8. He'll come 1 rail. He's got to be careful of that 10 ball though. See, now he can't put any draw on the ball because he's up against the rail. He's going to have to roll it in. he might try and get above the 10. It might be hard to spin it in and stay below the 10. So he played 2 rails above the 10. Now he's got a perfect shot on the 9. A lot of players will try and hold it because they don't want the cue ball to go too far. Sometimes it's going to go that far, so you just have to focus on the shot and then just execute. Don't worry about where the cue ball's going. Speed control will take care of the cue ball. And he rifles that 9 ball in to get perfect on the 10. Marlon Manalo is dark to pull ahead in this match. And he's now going to be leading 4 games to 1. Oscar Dominguez. And while they're racking up, I want to take a quick second to thank Inside Pool Magazine for sponsoring this event. They're the ones that are providing the live stream for you guys, along with McDermott handcrafted cues. If you guys don't have Inside Pool coming to your house right now, you need to get on the phone or get on the website and order that magazine. It's one of the best publications out there for pool, regardless of what you do. Billiards, straight pool, 1 pocket, 3 cushion, 10 ball, 8 ball, 9 ball, whatever you do, whatever you play, Inside Pool Magazine is the one they have coming right to your door. And if you don't want it coming to your door, go online. Check out the online magazine. InsidePoolMag.com, I believe it is. And you get all the pool information you can have. All the pool information you ever want. Alright, we're going to get set here to break off rack number 6. Marlon Manalo is starting to pull ahead. Oscar can't really take too many chances right now. He doesn't want to fall too far behind in this match. Because with the alternating break format, it's very tough. Look at this guy break. That was a great break. Well, unfortunate. The 6 ball's in the way. He might be trying to cut at it. I don't see him cutting this in the side. He might try to 1 rail bank at it. That would be aggressive. 3 balls right there. 5 ball might be in the way for that. 10 ball maybe. This is going to be a little tricky. He might play rail first. Play the 2 ball rail first into the 6. And if he hits it with the right speed, it'll leave him a shot on the 2, but I don't think he's doing that. Wow, he could cut it in. I didn't think he had enough of that pocket there available. He made a good hit, but he left himself a little stuck on that 3 ball, and he tied up to 6 and 8. 6 and 8 doesn't look like it's wide for that pocket. If they're frozen, if they're frozen, he might be able to throw it in. Looks like he's going for a window here between 10 and 4 rather. No, I don't think he's got that window, but he's close enough to that pocket with that 3. He could masse it either way if he had to. And it'd still have a pretty good chance of making that ball. He could play 1 rail kick at it too, but he looks like he's going. He looks like he's trying to get between that 10 and 4 ball. It might be enough window, I can't tell. Yeah, there was plenty of angle, but he I don't think he made the best contact with that 3 that he wanted. When they're in the pocket like that, sometimes the cue ball's hard to control. Now he does have shots. And again, at 6 and 8 look like they're kind of tied up. If they're half an inch apart, he's got a cut shot on the 6 to make the 8. That's what he's looking at. I mean, if they're frozen, he could probably throw that in, but I think there's a little bit of gap between them. And we're going to see what he's looking to do here. He's looking to play there, I guess, position for the 5. He's going to probably roll the 4 ball right in the side and come. I think I'd come 3 rails to get on that 5 ball. And he played that pretty good. Yeah, perfect on that 5. I can't tell, like I said, if that 6 and 8 are frozen. It looks like they're almost parallel with the rail. And If they're not frozen, he's got to cut the 6. If they're frozen, he could probably throw the 8 right in the pocket. But if he throws it in, the 6 will stay right there. He'll probably play 1 rail. If he's got a cut at it, the 6 is going to go towards the other pocket, the other corner pocket. So he's got to pay attention to where the cue ball is going to end up. He might decide to play this rail first and hit the 6. Yeah, it's tough to see how they're lined up. I don't think they're frozen. Looks like he's going to have to cut at it. And in doing so, he's got to try and control 3 balls here. He's got to try and control the 8. He's got to control the speed on the 6. He's got to figure out where that's going to end up. He's got to control the 6 ball, the cue ball. So he's got a couple of things he's got to get done right here. And that's why he's just not hitting it. See, I think he's looking to see where they're going to line up. See what I mean? He thought they were going. He thought it was going in, without a doubt. But because they were spaced apart a little bit, he couldn't get that to throw in. I know Oscar's got a decent shot. He could bank the 6, get on the 7 that way. I almost don't like that. I almost like the cut and play the combo. I don't think you got to have to hit this one that hard, number 1. He could play it with a little bit of center ball almost to come 1 rail. Past the 7 to the side rail, below the side pocket, back out for the 6. I don't think the 6 is going to travel that far. So we'll see what he's going to do. But he might be banking at it. And he played a great shot. Perfect on that 7. See, Oscar's not giving up in this match. Marlon's got to watch out, too, because he's got a 3-game lead now. That doesn't mean anything. He won 3-game lead at the end of the match, not the beginning. But I think Oscar's going to make this. The only difficulty here is that he's got to use the bridge. And for these players, it's not really a problem. But it's one more aspect that you have to take into consideration now. It's one more thing that can go wrong. You can't stroke it with the normal stroke. He's probably just going to cinch it in a little bit of bottom left. Bring the cue ball out almost to the center of the table. And lined up with the 10 ball in the corner. That's what I think. Unless he goes forward 2 rails maybe. He'll have a cut at it. In the side pocket. It looks like he's going high. It looks like he's going to spin it out 2 rails. Oh, he just played like a stop shot, like a bottom. He got all right. Just played like center ball for 2 rails. He got pretty good on that. And again, if he could use his bridge hand, he would have got perfect on it. Because he had to use that bridge. You know, he's got a much harder shot. But we'll see how he does. Yeah, he handled that pretty good. And Oscar's starting to close the gap on Marlon. He's now trailing by 2 games. 4 games to 2 on a race to 6. So it's going to be a good match. We're going to be here for a while. Unfortunately, most of the events, most of the matches on the TV table have been going a little bit longer than the 2 hours. So this match got underway a little later than 6:30. Which unfortunately is going to push the 8:30 match back, and it's going to push the 10:30 match back. So if you guys wanted 6 or 7 hours of pool, you're going to get it. I don't think we're getting out of here much before 12, 1 o'clock, which is fine with me. What else would you rather do on a Friday night? Drink beer and watch pool? Huh? Nothing. That's it. So Oscar made a good break, but again, came up dry. Marlon's got pretty good position right here. And again, he's got to use that easy bridge, which he looks more complicated than it is. It's got an adjustable ball socket on the end, so you can position that head in any position you need to get the shot, the exact shot you want. It looks a little tricky, but it's actually again, it's another product that was designed very well. Now, he's got a shot on a 2 straight in. He might take a peek at that 310 combo. If that's wired up, which it looks like it is, or close enough, he's just going to draw back and play that combo and try and get another game under his belt real quick. Yeah, that's what he's shooting for. See how he gets there. He's either going to draw it straight back or he's going to play like one rail with spin it back. That's what he tried to do. He came a little short. But I think he'll still handle this pretty easily. He's going to play the 10 ball. Cut at it. And you see, I'm not going to say a bad thing with this format of call everything. If he plays the 10 ball, see, if they weren't playing the call everything, and this is a good two-way shot. Play the 10, bring the cue ball 2 or 3 rails up behind the 9 and 5. Just in case you miss, you leave your guy safe. Oh, and he got unfortunate there. He scratched right in the side pocket. Making contact with that. And he hit it pretty good. But now Oscar's got opportunity. He could play a 310. He could play the 3 and get on the 410, which might be straighter in. Which looks like that's what he's doing. Gives him a better chance at making the ball. But to be honest with you, if I was going to play the combo, I'd play it right now. Because you got ball in hand, you can position it exactly where it needs to be. He's going to play position for that combo. Now, again, he'll probably get close to where he needs to be, but if he gets out of position a little bit, it makes the shot, that much more difficult. These are kind of close together. I don't see him missing this. And he put that in pretty good. And Oscar takes another game back on Manalo, so now he's only trailing 3 games to 4. So while they're racking these up, we're going to step away for a second, pay some bills, and we'll be right back. And don't go anywhere. Alrighty, we're back. Looks like Marlon's going to break off. Rack number 8. And that's not a good sign. Oscar's going to have ball in hand. This is a little tricky right here. He's probably going to play that 2-5 combo. Unless he blocks him up and plays it safe again. He's got a good opportunity to do that. You might bank the 1 up the table to break out the 2-10 while putting the cue ball behind that 7. That would be a good safety option, I think, from here. Number 1, he's looking to get ball in hand after he plays it. And he's looking to break up that problem cluster. And he'll accomplish both of them with that shot right here. Bank the 1 up, play safe under the 7. Again, he could play the 1 to come up and play the 2-5 combo. That's not a bad option. If he gets pretty straight on that combo, he can just roll it in. He'll have a shot on the 2 ball next. Again, but if you're playing a combination like that, no one wants to play combinations because you have to control too many things. But, fortune favors the brave, right? So sometimes you got to go for it. You got to man up and just do it. He's got an opportunity right here. He's got a good opportunity to square up this match. And I think he's absolutely taking it. All right, so he's going to play the 2-5 combo, two will probably end up in the same pocket. He's probably just going to play a little bit of a stop shot right here. You might want to nudge the cue forward just a touch and make sure he doesn't get behind that 10. And he left himself pretty good on that 2 ball. Simple cut shot. If he can reach it, he can reach it pretty good. He'll play just 1 rail straight up. I played a little bit of spin. And it looks like he just hit it enough. I think he understroked that, but he got there. He's going to powder up for a second here because he's got to make this shot. He's going to play 2 rails out of the lower right-hand corner and come pretty much center of the table. He just wants to get past the 9 when he shoots this, because that'll give him the proper angle to get from the 7, 1 rail, 2 rails up to play the 8 in the upper left-hand corner. That's what I see from here. Let's see what he does. 1 rail, 2 rail, up past the 7, up past the 9. Pretty good shot. He's actually straighter in than he wanted to be. So this is a tricky shot right now, especially because the 10 ball's right there. He's got to hit this much harder than he wants. And he's got to be careful of where his position's going to be. So we'll see what he's going to end up doing. I would suggest straight back, but he hit it pretty good. He hit it real good. And it looks like he's straight in on that 8 ball. He doesn't want to be straight in. He's got a bit of an angle. Looks to be he's going to just draw back. Unless he's got too much of an angle. Yeah, it looks like he's got more angle than I can see. He's going to punch it to the side rail. He decided to force forward, which is a great shot. And he executed that pretty good. That was a great hit by Oscar. And again, he's got pretty good position to just go 1 rail up, play that 10 ball. So all of a sudden, it's now a tied game. Manalo was ahead comfortably in the beginning, but now it's a race to 5. I should say after this rack is over. I think Oscar's going to take advantage right here, and he's going to put that 10 ball down and tie the match up. Perfect. 2 rail. Come up a little short. Obviously, you want to be as close as you can to your next ball, but he's going to take a quick breather. Make sure he's aiming this up right. He's just going to focus on executing his stroke right here. Going to pick a shot and just execute. And there it is. We are tied up at 4 games apiece. Oscar Dominguez is mounting a comeback. We got 5 games left, and it's a race to 9. Could have 9 games left, but it's going to be close. I figured it would be hill. That was my prediction before we started. And it looks like it's going to go hill because each guy is taking advantage when they get the chance. So I'd like to give a shout out while I could, while Oscar's putting this rack together, to the guys at Q Shark. I'm a player rep for them. They're here at the expo this weekend. They make a terrific product, a terrific tip tool. It's the best one you could buy. It's an 8-in-1 tool. They have an 11-in-1 tool. If you get a chance, stop by the booth and tell them Finger sent you. All right, again, Oscar, good break. But again, he was unfortunate not to make anything. So he's going to start looking for a new position to break from. Because that break he's breaking from now isn't yielding any results for him, anything positive. And now Manalo got an easy shot on the 1, but position on that 2 is going to be a little tough. He might play the 2-3 combo. Looks like it goes. If that's the case, he'll probably just force follow. A little bit of left-hand spin. He decided to play safe. Well, it was a good idea, but he left Oscar a one-rail kick at it. Pretty easy hit, so I think he's going to hit it. And he's going to actually try and aim for the right side of this one ball, like he's doing now. Play the one-rail kick, knock the one ball up table towards the 10, and maybe come 1 or 2 rails behind that 6 ball. Now, he hit the wrong side of the 1, but I think he's going to get lucky anyway. So yeah, he put his hand up in apology right there, but hey, you know, sometimes that happens. You played it safe, you got safe. You can't control anything, especially kicking at it. Nobody's that good. But Marlon's got again, it's I'm going to say simple one rail hit. He's got to be careful of that point, man. That point jumps out and grabs you more times than you care to know. He's going to play inside the 7, it looks like. A little bit of reverse, and he reversed it too much and didn't even make contact with the 1. So now it gives Oscar a good opportunity right here. I don't think he's going to run out. Yeah, that 8 ball's tied up. 2 balls kind of congested. You know, it doesn't get past the 4. You can't get on it to play at the bottom left-hand corner. It doesn't go on the side. He might opt to play the 1 and maybe a 2-10 combo. That might not be a bad choice for him. He might try and force past it, kind of between the 9 and 2, and play the 2 ball up this end of the table. I don't see that though. He might stop right here and then play a safety on the 2. Yeah, he tried to force it through the hole. That's not a bad shot. The 8 ball still looks like it's tied up, but now he's got a pretty good chance here to play that combination. You see again, and this would be a good opportunity, a good position for a 2-way shot. You're going to try and cut that in. You know, and you'd worry about position. The 2 ball obviously is going to go to the left-hand side of the table. If you're trying to play a 2-way shot, you can maybe draw it, drag it a little bit underneath the 1 rail to get underneath the 8. Or maybe go forward with it, 1 rail, spin it behind the 4 ball. You're playing defense as well as offense on the same shot, but these rules that they want to play by, they prohibit that. So, but he played a great shot there. He made a good combination on that 10 ball, and Oscar Dominguez is now ahead in this match, 5 games to 4 on a race tonight. So Manalo's comfortable lead early on is now gone, and he finds himself in the hole. Oscar Dominguez crawled out of that hole, and he took the shovel away from Manalo, and he's starting to put dirt on him. So we got a little bit of a role reversal here, and Oscar's starting to pull ahead. Now Manalo's got to worry about getting back to the table and not making any mistakes. So after 9 racks, Oscar Dominguez is ahead. And we'll see what Manalo does with his break. He's been breaking absolutely terrific. And Oscar's a smart enough player to pick up on that, break from where he's breaking, use the same stroke and the same type of English, because these guys know how they hit it. You know, copy what he's doing, because that works, man. If one guy's having success from a certain spot, play the same spot. You know, you guys need to do something that's working, repeat it. Repeat, you know, what Manalo's doing, and Oscar will probably get good results with it. Got a pretty spread out table here. The only problem I think is that 1. And it looks like the 4 ball. Yeah. 1 might squeeze past. Yeah, it gets by. Ah, wow. I wasn't crazy about that. I mean, he's got a table length shot on the 2. It is straight in, but he's going to have to force follow 1 rail and bring the cue ball down to the side pocket almost. Wow, he handled that pretty good, huh? Must be listening to me. I better be quiet. He's going to play this 1 rail across. Man, that was a great shot on that 2 ball. And, puts him in good position. See, I think he's just going to slow spin this and play the 6. Yeah, same pocket. Looked like he was going to just slowly spin it and play the 6 up table, but there's not too bad a shot. I don't think the 7 ball is going to be in his way at all. Bridge. And I think he'll draw this back and play the 7 ball in the side pocket. That's what I'm seeing from here, so this way he can stroke the ball. He doesn't have to baby it. Exactly. The cue ball has to come that way, so just go with it. Don't fight it. It's naturally going to go there, so it's a natural path to the cue ball. He'll play this 1 rail down to the end with left hand spin. Get perfect on that 8. You don't want to be dead straight, but that just limits his options. He might try to draw back and get just past where he is now, so he can get that cue stick down. Oh, he went way too far. He overstroked that one. He's got a much more harder shot now. Now he's got to play a cut shot inside and come 3 rails for that 10 ball. Unless he hits it softer and plays 2 rails for that 10 ball in the same pocket. I think that would be my guess from here. He's going to probably play at 2 rails, maybe 3. Soft enough to get more accuracy on the hit. Oh, he hit that one great. The 3rd rail, he's almost perfect on that 10 ball. That's a tight window to get into, that little position right there for that 10. But he did that pretty good. And again, if he's shooting this with his hand, it's a gimme. But he's shooting it with his bridge. And it's still a gimme. These guys are pretty good with that tool, but you know, that would have been the only hiccup in his routine right there was that bridge. So he ties the match back up at 5 apiece. And we're here on watching the race to 9. We still got plenty of pool left in this match. They're using that AccuRack like we talked about. It actually does a great job at what it's designed to do, regardless of looks. You know. In this case, form follows function, did they say? Or in this case, function follows form? No, form follows function, that's the one. Because its function is to rack them up, and it does just that. Looks a little silly, but it's actually a great idea. Gets the job done, and again, Oscar's got no luck on his break. He got fortunate that he didn't leave Manalo a shot. He's going to ponder the situation right there. The only thing he can do, really, I think he might look to tie something up. He might look to tie something up right here because you almost have to concede a shot. There's no place else to push unless he wants to push into a kick. Yeah, see, he's going to try and lock up that 5 ball. That was a great shot. Now Oscar's going to have a hit. He's going to play 1 rails. He might play 2 rails. If he plays the right shot, 2 rails, he might be able to thin the 1 up into the 2 a little bit and maybe get him stuck behind that 6 ball. Oh, that was perfect. How'd he hit that one? And he broke out the cluster. Oh, that was just a dynamite shot by Oscar. Now, I can't see if Manalo's got a clean shot at the 1. He might have to play it 1, or he might have to try and play the same shot that Oscar just played. He might attempt the same type of shot because he'll have the 2 and the 6 ball to hide behind. Or he might try to bank the 1 between the 2 and the rail. Like that and get him with the 6. How was that, huh? He might have left him an edge. If he didn't leave an edge, he's got an easy 1 rail hit at it. Now he's looking to play rail first, and he wants to know where the 1 ball is going to end up. Because it seems like a simple enough hit. But something's got to catch the rail now. All right, 1, and yeah, cue ball caught the rail, and he got him stuck 2 behind the 4 and the 10. That was a good shot from where he was. Again, the only option Manalo's got here is probably a 1 rail kick, spin shot under the 1 ball. And he wants to try and stick him on a 10. Doesn't have to hit this one that hard. but he has to hit it full, exactly. So he's actually playing pretty good. And he left Oscar a 2-rail kick shot. He might have to go 1 rail on this shot if he can spin it between the 5 and 9 and hit the right side of that 1 ball, bank the 1 up, and the spin will take the cue 2 rails maybe, or 1 more rail up by the 2 and by the 6 ball. Might give him a shot. Oh, he's going to jump at it. I'm surprised he's jumping at this. Like, I don't know if he's going to call it. He might play it. Yeah, you see, I wasn't crazy about that. But, I mean, he did what he could. You know, he was limited. And when you're in a position like that, you got to do whatever you think is going to work. It's like when a pitcher is in a bad situation, he's not going to throw the fastball all the time. He's going to throw his best pitch, you know. It could be a breaking curve, it could be a sinker, whatever his best pitch is going to be. That's what he's throwing in a spot like that. So you have to play what you think is going to be your best option. And looks like Manalo came up just a touch short on that one. He might have a thin cut. He's going to use the 6 as a stop right here. Oh, and he jumped over it. He made the 2, and he got a little fortunate that he's straight in on the 3. Again, he's right in line where I would opt not to play it inside, I don't think. He's got to slow roll it, although he's going to be rewarded if it goes in because the 4's right there. Again, this is a tough shot. You know, looks like he's tree-topped a little bit by the 8. And again, this is a small pocket. You have no idea how tight this pocket is for this angle. Unless you've played on these tables, and these tables are tight. There ain't no buckets in this room. So he's he's thinking about it. But he's got such a good stroke, and he's so consistent. I think I'd play it in the corner, because even if you miss playing it in the corner, there's no guarantee you're going to give the guy a shot. It could double the rail in the corner and spit out on the short rail. You see, he chose not even to play it. Chose to play it safe, and it looks like he played a good one. He's going to get him with the 6. Oscar looks like he's got a 1-rail kick between the 6 and 4. I don't think he can go between the 6 and 9. He can play a 2-rail kick the other way. Play it just past the side pocket with spin and come between the 10 and 7. That might not be a bad option. He might be shooting between the 6 and 9. I can't tell. Maybe he might be massing it just a touch. Looks like he's playing it. I guess he's got enough room to get in there. Yeah, good shot. Great shot. Excellent shot by Oscar. You see, he had plenty of room. I must be looking at a different match or something, because I didn't think he had room for that. But that's why I'm a spectator right now. If I played better than this on the floor, you'd be watching me on TV now. But yeah, well, unfortunately, I'd be running from the table. I'll call my shot. He's going to play the 2 on the side and come run back and make the shot and come run back in the booth. Yeah, he's now on the 3 ball in the corner pocket. Run and make another shot. I'm telling you, folks, it's demanding doing this type of work. Commentating's not easy. So, he's thinking about what he's got to do here. He can't really roll it forward. He's going to have to, unfortunately, because see the 5. He's got to get dead straight on this 5, and he means he's got to come within a half-inch of rolling the ball in the pocket. So he might play the 4 off the 9, which I think that's what he's looking at now. That'll get him down the table. He'll play the 5 up this end. Because he kind of got stuck. I think the 5 is too far up the rail. Perfect shot. See that? Perfect shot. Yeah, the 5 was too far up the rail to play the 4 off the 5. So he plays it off the 9. Now he's in perfect position to get on that 6. He's a little straighter than he wanted, unfortunately, but because he needs to get off the rail a little bit. See, he's looking to see if that cue stick will fit through that pocket because that's his position he wants to get right there. This way he can access the bottom of the cue ball. He's going to get a little pass straight in. He's going to hope to get a little pass straight in and draw it back. You see, another option he might have is to follow it in and come past the 9 ball. Play the 6 either in the corner or the side pocket on the other side of the table. Because then you can naturally just roll down for the 7. So he tried to punch it a little bit and get off that rail. Because the side pocket's right there. Now he's got a little more access to the bottom of the cue ball. He can do more with it. And I can't tell how straight in he is, but he might just choose. Yeah, he's going to probably just roll it forward a little bit. And he'll play shape on the 8. Play shape on the 7 rather, you know, to get shape on the 8 from up this end of the table a little bit. A little more difficult of a shot, but shouldn't be an issue for Oscar. Oscar's been playing great. You know, he just come off the Mosconi Cup win. The team played terrific this year. You know, they really deserved that win. And I think Oscar could be a future member of that team for some time to come. Looks like he's going to play bottom and play 2 rails. Might play for 3rd rail, yeah. That was a good shot. Came a little bit longer than he wanted. Or then if he was going to play a regular 2 rail out of the corner, which was a good shot, to come long so he can get a better angle on the 8. And he doesn't have to worry about running into that 9 ball or getting stuck on the long rail. So now he's got a perfect shot. He's just going to play it bottom left a little bit. Center ball, not too much bottom, and just come straight up the table, I think. Or he'll spin it between the 9 and the side pocket. Yeah, perfect. 9 in the rail, rather, not 9 inside pocket. But now he's perfect on that 9 ball. Got a little bit of an angle. He might shoot it in and draw back a foot, take the cut on the 10. Wants to give himself a chance to win the game. Yeah, see, I think he stroked it back too much because now he's got a harder shot on that 10 ball. And he's got to reach for it. Should be all right, but still, I wouldn't want to be shooting that. You know, I'd rather be much closer or an easier angle, but these guys are aggressive, man, and they want that game. I think he's probably just going to roll it right in the right-hand corner pocket as you're seeing it. And he does, and he takes a 1-game lead, 6-5 on this race to 9. Again, it's going to be tight. I think it's going to the hill. We're going to see another great match. Both players are playing pretty good. Neither one of them are missing too much. I think they're both shooting in the 900s. Which is kind of rare. You don't really see that too often. Both players shooting high 900s. That just goes to show you, you know, the quality of players that you got here at the Diamond Pro Players 10 Ball Championship. You're seeing the best players on earth. If you're shooting over 900, you're shooting good. You're shooting real good. And that's what these guys are doing. All right, Marlon breaks off again. Let's see what he puts in the break. Looks like he's going to try this time. Kind of rare for Oscar. For Marlon, rather. He's been breaking really good. But he got lucky that he didn't leave Oscar's shot. You can see it. He's got to think about what he's going to do here. I don't like playing this from here. I don't see an advantage to shooting it. I don't think he's got enough to play it in the side. I don't think he wants to thin off the left side to try and play it safe. Yeah, so he's going to push. He's going to push and he's going to give Marlon a shot. Now, I can't tell if it goes by the 7. It looks like it might go by the 7. doesn't, Marlon might just roll this up and tuck under the 7 ball and play him safe. But it looks like he's going to put a good stroke on it. It might go by the 7. He'll play 1 rail, come out in the middle for that 2 ball. Oh, and he hit it just a little full, and didn't make it. And normally he would get lucky, he got safe, but Oscar's going to come back up. He's got an opportunity to play a spin shot off that long rail, which he might take. Otherwise, he can just tell Marlon to get back in here. You know, I don't like what you left me. You deal with it. But I think he likes his chances with this spin shot. And he played it safe himself, which is good. He was in a good position to do a couple of things, so he decided to take the shot himself. Now Marlon's left with a 1 rail kick. Again, he's going to try and hit the low side of that 1 ball, send it up table. Yep, and leave the cue ball down here. So now he left Oscar in a tricky spot. Oscar might be able to see it between the 6 and 2. I don't know if he can see it enough to make it. That's a tall order right there. But that's what he's got. He might be playing safe. Yeah, he played a good shot there. He put that high karate on that ball, and it stayed right there on the rail. That was an excellent hit. Kept that cue ball right there on the rail. And that was played to perfection, because now Manalo's on the rail. He's very limited as to how he can hit the cue ball. He's got, you know, 1 rail hit. Either way, trying to figure out which one's going to give him the best opportunity, either to make the ball or leave Oscar safe. So he's not really looking just to make a hit on it. You see, that's what these top players do. They don't want to just hit the ball. Oh, and he missed it. They want to hit a certain side of that ball so that they can play safe. But yeah, he just missed it. It looks like the cloth kind of slid on him a little bit. He's going to give up ball in hand for Oscar. Now I can't tell if that 10 and 9 are wired. If that 10 ball is wired in there for the 9, if the 9 is dead, when he plays the 6, he'll hit the 10 and break that out. He'll probably play the 6 and break that out anyway, regardless if it's wired. The 9 might go past the 10 in the lower or upper left-hand corner. So we'll see what he does. Everything else is pretty much spread open. Center ball, I think he's going to come 1 rail. Got to come 1 rail out. From there he can play a spin shot on the 3 lower right, maybe 2 rails, get on the 4, or 1 rail and get on the 4. Decided to play 2 rails across, which is an excellent shot, because now he's got a good position to easily get on that 4 ball. Oscar's playing great. You know, he's really seeing the table pretty good. He's seeing the patterns pretty good. And his execution so far has been almost flawless. You know, how do you say anything negative about Oscar Dominguez? The guy's playing excellent. He's a gentleman, too. He's one of the nicest guys I've known. I've known him for a few years now. And the guy is just, him and his dad, Ernesto, 2 of the nicest people you could ever want to meet. And by the way, those of you that don't know it, Oscar and Ernesto are some of the top pool mechanics in the country. Pool table mechanics, that is. You need a cloth done? Call them. You need a little leveling out of your pool table? Give them a call. I think they are some of the best, you know, pool table mechanics in the country. So he's going to roll this in 1 rail, a little bit of left-hand spin. Get on that 6. Perfect. He might have gone a little further than he liked, but I think he'll just stop it right there. A little bit of a stop shot. Get on that 7. And like I I said, I think the 9 goes past the 10 in that bottom right, so he doesn't need to break nothing out. Oscar looks like he's poised to pull ahead in 2 games here. He's getting close to that finish line. Oscar wants to close out this match. He looks like he's going to just maybe stop it. A little bit of draw. He might punch it 1 rail with bottom left. Come back out for the 8. There you go. Perfect shot. Now he's got a perfect angle to go 2 rails and get on that 9 ball. And I think he'll play it to come 2 rails just off the 2nd rail. And that's important when you're playing a shot like this because you don't want to get stuck on that rail, especially if he's off angle. But he'll play this center ball, a little bit of right hand spin, come up past that side pocket. And he'll get right on that 9. Just a little bit off that rail, perfect. Now he's got a little bit of an angle. You can do a couple of things here. You might want to roll forward and nudge the 10. You might just want to play a stop shot. You might be able to punch it out and play the 10 ball in the opposite corner pocket that the 9 goes in. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he nudged the 10 a little bit. He's good though. He's good from here. He's going to stretch a little bit. I don't think he's going to get that bridge out, but he should pop this right in. And he's going to take a 2-game lead right here as soon as that 10 goes. I think he'll make it. A little bit of a stretch, but yeah, you see, he don't like that. But you got to play what the table gives you, so he'll bear down on this one and he'll put that 10 ball down. Perfect. And now Oscar Dominguez is going to take a 2-game lead. He's leading this match 5 games to 7. Oh, I'm sorry, he's leading 7 games to 5. Manalo's trailing 5 games to 7. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break right about now, pay some bills. I'm going to get myself a little drink. I suggest you guys do the same. And come right back because this match ain't over yet and it's going to be close. So we'll be right back.
Introducing the McDermott Gambler Pro Tour. The premier Southeast Billiards Tour. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. Thousands to be won. Open 9-ball, amateur 9-ball, ladies 9-ball. Log on to gamblerprotour.com for more information. Don't miss playing in these spectacular events. The McDermott Gambler Pro Tour. The McDermott GPT Shark Bite Classic, May 15th and 16th at Hammerheads Billiards in Holiday, Florida.
All right, we're back. Oscar's at the table, ready to break off. Rack number 13. Both of these players are still playing pretty good pool right now. Shooting close to 900. And it looks like Oscar found a sweet spot because he managed to put a ball in on a break and he's got a shot at the 1. It's kind of unfortunate that the cue ball came way back up table. The 1 stayed down table because it's almost straight in. Less options. Making the 1's not really the problem. Getting on the 2 ball is the issue he's going to face right here. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to cross bank this 1 ball. I'm not saying to make it. Play him safe, maybe. Cross it 1 rail and bring the cue ball back up table. He decided to push to give himself a little more cue ball to hit, and it's going to kind of challenge Manalo a little bit. You know, looks like it's straight in, but from where he's at, you know, he didn't have much of an option. So we'll see what Manalo decides to do. He just might try to stop it right there. He played a good shot. And he looks like he might have got on it too. tell if you can see the whole 2-ball. But that was the difficulty in the position he was left with. So we'll see what he's going to try right here. If he can see it, he'll probably try and play it. If he can't see it, oh, that was a great shot. And he got perfect on the 3. Wow, how do you hit that one, folks? He hit that one really well. And it gives him a good opportunity. That gives him a good opportunity now to get out. The only problem really is the 6. It's in a kind of a tricky spot. It might be able to cut it in the side pocket. I think his better option would be to draw off the 3-ball, get just past straight in on that 4, and play the cue ball onto the side rail like he's doing now. That's what he's looking at. Probably going to just draw it back a little bit. I don't think you can play it off the 6. I don't think that's an option. He's going to take a second to figure out what he's got to do. Here's another good option you can do right now. You can play the 3-ball in the corner. Okay, you can play the 3-ball in the corner. Yeah, that's what I think he's looking to do. A little bit of center ball hit, and then come across a little bit into the center of the table to get on that 4-ball. That's what he's doing. So we'll see what he's going to do. Yeah, he's stroking it like he's playing it from the side. He got pretty good. It looks like he's straight. Now, if he's dead straight, he's going to have to draw back and play that 6-ball in the side pocket, which is a tight cut, and he's got a small window to get into. If he's got a little bit of an angle, he might be able to roll forward 1 rail, or maybe 2 rails, and get straight on that 6. Either way, he wanted to get back an extra couple inches when he played that 3. All right, yeah, he decided to draw way back. If he gets past the 9, it was a great shot. It looks like he... I don't know if he can play it in the side. He can play it in the corner for sure. So that might not be a bad shot right there. I think if he plays it in the corner, he probably could play it in the corner, but I think he's going for the side pocket. Looks like he's got enough of it that he can just roll it in. Looks like he'll probably maybe roll it 1 rail. If he can get to a rail, although he might have to draw it out. Yeah, he drew it out. That was a good shot. Probably played a center ball, a little bit of left. Come out 1 rail. Try and get close to the center of the table. Right, he played that pretty good spin, a little bit of bottom left. And he got perfect on the 8. Probably play a little inside and come 1 rail. Get perfect on that 9, and he's going to come closer to tying this matchup. He definitely doesn't want to lose this match. So Oscar's about to pull. Marlon's about to get 1 game back on Oscar right here, and he does that. He's now trailing 7 games to 6. Oscar is still in the lead. It's getting near the end, you know. Oscar needs that 1 more rack to get on the hill. And with Manalo breaking right now, he's got a great opportunity to tie the matchup. Well, we do have the chat window going, people. If you guys out there can hear me, if you guys want to maybe ask some questions and see if I get a chance to answer for you. I just see that Archer is on the winner's side. I don't know if Shane Van Boning is on the winner's side yet, or still. No, there's no girls playing in this tournament. Sunny won. This is the men's open, or the men's pro event, rather. I'm sorry. It's I do believe they're going to have a ladies event tomorrow. They're going to have a women's tournament tomorrow, so you might want to stick around for that too. And Manalo broke pretty good there, but again, I think he failed to make a ball in the break, which is surprising. He's making that break pretty good. When he was making that break work for pretty good, putting down 2 or 3 balls. And now he doesn't really have a shot. He's got a thin cut. He might decide to play it from across the table twice. Or he might roll it up past. You know, yeah, he played it. That was a good shot, 2-rail safe. He's got a good wall of balls right there to get stuck behind. I don't think he can see it directly and play a 1-rail kick at it. Stevie Moore. I think Stevie Moore lost his last match. I'm not sure what the score was, but I believe he lost that match. He played a good hit there. He left Oscar jacked up over that 10. He's tree-topped over the 10. He might have someone watch the hit because it might be a foul if he hits it. I don't think it is, but because it's cue ball foul only, unless they're frozen. If they're frozen, they made a ruling that's considered 1 ball. And if the 10 ball moves while he executes his shot, it's going to be a foul. Only if they're frozen, though. But we're going to see. He's got to play a safety, obviously. He's going to bank the 1 down towards the 2 ball and try and get stuck up behind the 5 and 3. I think that would be the smart shot from here. Well, he didn't execute that very well, and obviously it's because he was jacked up over the 10. He couldn't stroke it the way he wanted to. Couldn't get the cue ball, the cue stick on that cue ball the way he wanted to, and that leaves Manalo a great opportunity to leave him safe right here. Yeah, he's looking to play a 2-rail kick on that 1, put him up behind the 7, and leave the cue ball stuck on that 5. See how good he did. Oh, mission accomplished, man. He got up behind that 7 on that 7, and cue ball's behind that 5. He does have a 1-rail kick at it. Now, the only difference, he looks like he's jumping. I'd have to relook at that. You see what he's doing now? He's looking to see if that 9 ball goes. If you ask me, he might play a 1-rail kick. If he just hits the 1, might knock the 7 into that 9, cut the 9 in the side right there. So I'm not sure exactly what he's going to end up doing, but looks like that's what he's going to do. Nine ball might not be, dead. There might be a little gap between the 1 and 7, and if he comes off it on the wrong side, the 9 ball won't go. But again, we're getting to the end of this match here. It's I believe this is still winner side action. Nobody wants to make a mistake now. They don't want to make a mental mistake right now. It's okay to lose, miss a shot. You play a shot and miss. That's acceptable because people miss. But to play the wrong shot, make a mental mistake right now, you don't want to do that. He's just going to try a jump shot and play safe. Well, he made a great hit. And he might get lucky behind that 5, but I think Marlon's going to have a shot at it. I can't tell if he's got the 1 ball. He might. If he's got the 1, if he can see the whole ball, he'll play probably a soft spin shot. A little bit of right-hand spin to come up for the 2 ball. And then from there, he's probably going to play 2 rails underneath the 3 to play the 3 in the side pocket, opposite where the 9 is. Or he could try to maybe play the 3-9 combo. If he hits it that well. Oh, and hit that one bad. Oscar's glad to see that, but I think Manalo can't believe the 1's still on the table. Yeah, he just executed poorly on that shot, and that gives Oscar a great chance here to get on the hill. The 3 ball is going to be key right here. That's his main issue, is the 3 ball. Everything else has pockets. Nothing's tied up. He'll play the 2 ball in the upper left. He'll probably try and get where he was He's got a little bit more of an angle, but that's all right. He'll play bottom left, I think, and come 2 rails, maybe play that 3-9 combo. It might be too hard for him to hold up the cue, trying to play the 3 on the side, opposite the 9. But that's probably the shot he's going to play. He'll play 2 rails, play the 3 ball in the opposite side pocket of the 9. So this pretty much is the shot. This might be the game. This might be the shot right here that determines the whole rack. If he executes well here and gets on that 3, you know, that might be it. You got to tell yourself that this is actually the game-winning shot right here. When you execute exactly perfect. Looks like he hit that one perfect. See that one shot he made? It's going to win him the set. It's going to win him the game rather. Good chance of him winning the set from it, but with that one shot. I mean, in a perfect world, he would have got a couple inches lower, straight in on that 3, but he played a great shot from there. Now, if he's probably just going to roll forward. I don't see him juicing this ball. Looks like the full ball's up table. He decided to spin it. Watch this, folks. Oh, he didn't get no spin on it. He was looking to spin that 2 rails and get dead on that 4, but he looked himself not a simple shot on the 4. The trouble is getting position on the 5. He might opt to go high left and spin between the 10 and the 7, or 1 rail, 2 rail out the other way. That's a good shot too. And he's perfect on the 5. Looks like he's going to draw it back. I can't tell what type of angle he's got. The angle he has might be forcing him to go close to the side rail. It looks like he's on the wrong side of that 5 ball to get an easy shot on the 6. If he's straighter, if he's got that wrong angle, he might want to power draw the shot back towards the 10 ball, and he can play the 6 on the side off the 9. That's a huge pocket from that angle. It gives him an opportunity to let his stroke out with this shot. He doesn't have to baby it. He doesn't have to really force anything. He can just let his draw stroke out and come way down table. But he decided to force it forward. See, I didn't like that. Again, it's tough to see the exact angle he's got. You know, you need to be on the table for that, but he played the aggressive shot, and he left Manalo a chance at the table. All right, Manalo here's got a decent opportunity again to tie this match up. Yeah, maybe 2 rails into the 7. How's that for perfect, huh? Now 7 doesn't go past the 9, but the 7 goes into the 9, and it's going to push the 9 in the side, and the 7 ball is going to drift right up towards that corner pocket again, which is going to put him in perfect position because that's where the 8 is, up on that end of the table. So he's got a pretty good shot right here. This match is going to be real close, right to the very end. Played a pretty good shot there. Now again, I think he's just going to play like a stop shot. To me, this is like a stop shot. In fact, he might want to roll forward. Now, the reason I say that is because if he plays it and the 7 goes up the table and in the pocket, say, all right, he played it good. He had enough angle on there not to go straight in the pocket. He's got small angle here on the 7 to play the 8. And again, he can just roll this in. And he wants to probably be on the end rail. I think that would be the simplest shot. He doesn't want to get too much straight in. No, he's pretty good here. I think just a high ball from here. Maybe a touch of right-hand spin. You could play it bottom right too, kind of like a center ball with a touch of bottom. Touch of right and come down. But he decided to spin it past the side. Spin it to the short rail to keep that corner pocket out of play. And he's perfect. He's going to end up tying this match up 7 games apiece. So after 14 racks, we have deadlocked 7-7 on a race tonight. Now it gets exciting because it's a race to 2 right now. And Oscar Dominguez is breaking. They're both still on the winner's side. Neither one of them wants to give up this match. They worked too hard for this match. They're both shooting pretty good. They're both, you know, still shooting high 800s, if not in the 900s. All right, so we're looking to take apart rack number 15. Oscar Dominguez is going to have the break. Now he's looking to make something on a break. He desperately needs something on this break right now. He hasn't been that lucky with the break as far as pocketing balls. But if he executes a good stroke right here and he's down a good break, maybe gets 1 or 2 balls to fall. 10 ball came close to that side pocket, which is it's not exactly what he wanted to leave Manalo. It's unfortunate. Oscar's playing a much better set so far, I think. And it looks like he's going to leave Marlon a 2-10 combination in the side pocket. I think I'd play to overcut this very thin and come maybe 1, maybe 2 rails. He might choose to try and spin it in and hit that 4 ball and leave himself positioned. See how he does this. Yeah, he cuts it and he hits the 4 ball to stop him, leaving him perfect on that 2-10 combination. That was just a bad break for Oscar right there. He's playing a great set so far, and unfortunately he's getting unlucky at the wrong time, and Marlon takes a 1-game lead. Now he's on the hill, 8 games to 7, and he's got the break. So unfortunately, that last break shot could have cost Oscar the set. And all it takes is one bad luck, one bad roll, one tough leave. You know, that's it, unfortunately. And I happen to think Oscar played a great set. I think he played a better match than Marlon.
6:30 session, 2 matches,
But it ain't over yet, though. Oscar ain't going to give up.
Might be introduced this 8:30 session now.
He definitely isn't giving this up.
Please remember, there's no cell phones, pagers, or photography.
They're going to take a quick break.
Your media.
They're going to take a quick break while the announcements are being done for the 8:30 round matches. So we're going to step out for a second. I'm going to go get something to drink, make some bill payments, and we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere.
Introducing the McDermott Gambler Pro Tour, the premier Southeast Billiards Tour. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. Thousands to be won. Open 9-ball, amateur 9-ball, ladies 9-ball. Log on to gamblerprotour.com for more information. Don't miss playing in these spectacular events. The McDermott Gambler Pro Tour. The McDermott GPT Shark Bite Classic, May 15th and 16th at Hammerheads Billiards in Holiday, Florida.
All right, we're back. Marlon Manalo's at the table. He is on the hill right now. Oscar Dominguez is trailing by 1 game. And they are fighting it out. And Oscar Manalo just got a very fortunate roll when that 3-ball kick to 5 and keeps him at the table. I can't tell if he's got a shot on the 1. He might have a bank at it. I can't tell you if he's got a straight-in shot.
And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen,
I can't see if he can see the whole ball. I think he can from here. Problem with that is that he's going to force forward. He's got to go into the 9 or 8. If he decides to play the bank, he could probably draw back just a touch and maybe have a cut shot on that 2-ball. Again, not going to offer him the best position to get on the 3. But he's going to think about this for a second. Again, because like I say, like telling people, you have to find the right shot. And if he doesn't play the correct shot right here, you know, his 1-game advantage could disappear instantly. And with Oscar breaking next, You know, one mistake right now could cost you the match.
This man is,
And that you don't want. See, he's looking to play maybe 3 rails. He's going to play center ball, bottom, a little bit left. I always say center because that's where I start my cue stick. I start in the very center of that cue ball, and then I work left. For this shot, I'll work left and then low a little bit. And that's where my position's going to be. And I'll just focus on executing a good stroke, and that's what he's going to do. And he's going to try and come 3 rails back the end of the table, up past that 6. We'll see how it works. Now, he missed it, and he caught the 4 ball also. Unfortunately for him, that 1 ball's coming out, and it's going to give Oscar a look at it. And from here, I think Oscar can get to that 2 ball. Again, the only issue is that the 3 ball is way up this end of the table. He can't do too much with that cue right now. He can't do a lot to try and get on that 2 because he risks missing the 1 ball.
And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, out of Rock Island, Illinois.
You don't want to do that, so he's probably going to play like a stop shot, maybe just drag it over. You could even play a safe right here, believe it or not. But no, he didn't play that. That was a great shot on his part. All right, now he's in pretty good position. He might go forward, right-hand spin, and play 3 rails back up between the 7 and 9. So that's what he's looking. You can do that and come up on the rail between the 10 and 4, it looks like. Again, this would be a great shot. He's got to worry about the speed right here. Again, he's a little uncomfortable bridging. But we'll see how he does. He didn't hit that great. Fortunately, he had enough spin on it. He could see the 3.
Down here on table number 8.
But he couldn't execute again because the position he was in.
Also becoming one of the premier instructors in the game.
He might decide to bank this. If he rolls, hits it full on and banks it, he'll have a shot on the 4 ball. But that would be an aggressive play right here. But he needs this game, so he might not take that chance. He might just bank it safe. Maybe roll up onto the 10 or the 4. He decided to play underneath the 3. He might have been cutting that in and just missed it and came up under it. But you got lucky that they didn't give Manalo the match right there.
93 and 2006. He won this event twice now.
So we'll have to see what he does. He's probably going to play safe. He might thin off the right side of that 3 and come 2 rails up under that 4 ball.
First ever rookie MVP. Let's put your hands together for the Hatchet Man, Mr. Dennis Hatch.
They're making their introductions now for the 8:30 round match, so it's a little loud back here. So he's looking to see what kind of position he can get into playing safe right now. Again, I think he's going to cut at it. Going to try and put the 3 ball on the end rail. And he's going to try and maybe go 2 rails up underneath that 4 ball. Unless he decides to play off the left side. He was pointing by that 8. If he plays off the left side of that 3, he might want to come 2 rails up onto the 8 if he doesn't get stuck by that 7, if he can get past that 7. But we'll see what he's going to do. I can't see him cutting at it in the side, but he's going to be playing safe here. It's just a question of how. He did cut at it and he played a great shot. Didn't think he could make it from that angle. But he played an aggressive shot. That was excellent on his part. He got a little unfortunate with the leave. Again, he's going to have to make another super cut shot right here if he wants to get that 4. He could soft roll this too with a little bit of right-hand spin. Bank the 4 ball towards the center of the table and get stuck up underneath the 6. He's got the 6, 10, and 9 to get him stuck with. But looks like he's going to try and spin the 4 ball, and he was just trying to look at where he's coming off that side rail, looking at whether or not he's going to make contact with the 6. I don't know if that's an aggressive shot right here if he goes for this 4 ball. He might miss the 6. See, that's what he's looking at. He's going to go down table by the 7. The corner pocket's down there. He's looking at this.
2008 runner-up here at the Expo, Shane Van Gogh. What a great final match that was. 2009 Predator Tour finale champion. Backed by Casey Hybrid.
Yeah, he's not decided yet.
Sales Incorporated. Please put your hands together for Sean Get Some Wilkie.
Still not on this. He's still not sure. He doesn't want to pull the trigger just yet. It's too big of a shot right now. He's still undecided what he wants to do.
2003 champion, the World Straight Pool champion in 2005, IP Tour North American Open champion.
Yeah, he's afraid to pull the trigger on this one.
He's backed by Location Hybrid Q.
See, in that case, in that instance, I'm looking for a separate shot. If you don't feel comfortable playing it, look for another shot. Yeah, so he decided to play it. He did. He spun it underneath the 6. Looking at 3 rails, and he's got perfect position on the 6 now. The 9 ball is a little funny right here because if he plays off it with a little bit of bottom right, you know, he's going to hit the 9. He might just play a little center ball and come 1 rail off the bottom with a little bit of right hand spin. Play that 7 ball in the side pocket. But I don't like that just based on where the 8 ball is. You know, he might hit it firmer with less spin and come 1 rail up past the 9 to that 7 ball in the bottom left hand pocket. That's what I think he's going to do. Yeah, he's going to walk around and look at this real quick because this is it for him. If he gets good position on that 7 to get on the 8, that match is over. I think Oscar better practice up on his handshake if this 6 ball goes in because that's what he's doing next. And it's unfortunate, I think, because he played a great match. I think Oscar played a better match than Manalo. And he just got unfortunate at the end there when he was on the hill. He broke and he set up that 2-10 combination, which really was no fault of his own. That's just the way the ball spread. Perfect shot. Past that 9, he's going to play that 7 in that corner. I think that's it. He's going to play a little bit of a draw shot to get above the 9. I think. He can go forward and play 1 rail or 2 rails. If he tries to draw this above the 9, the only possible danger he's going to face is scratching in that side pocket. But I don't think speed control will take care of that. Yeah, he's just going to draw it back. Oh, he did decide to roll forward. That's not a bad shot. He's going to get straight in on that 8 ball. He's going to draw it back about 4 inches, I think, so he can get straight in on the 9. I don't even think he even needs to draw this back, just a center ball. He can play the 9 in the side and roll forward for that 10 ball in that corner, the same corner the 8 ball's going in. Perfect stroke. Perfectly executed. Perfect position on that 9 ball. He's going to roll this right in, follow it right up, get straight in on that 10 ball. And I'm afraid for Oscar, this is going to be it for Oscar. Oscar concedes the match at this point. Marlon Manalo goes on. He now wins the match 9 games to 7. Again, it was a great match by both players. I knew it would be close at the end. I feel bad for Oscar now because the guy played a great match, and he was unfortunate to leave Manalo a shot on the 1 with that 2-10 combo, and that proved to be fatal for him. So we're going to wrap this up for a couple of minutes. We're going to reboot. We're going to re-gear for this next match coming up. So we don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break to pay these commercials. We'll be right back.
Southeast Billiards Tour. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. Thousands to be won. Open 9-ball, amateur 9-ball, ladies 9-ball. Log on to gamblerprotour.com for more information. Don't miss playing in these spectacular events. The McDermott Gambler Pro Tour. The McDermott GPT Shark Bite Classic, May 15th and 16th at Hammerheads Billiards in Holiday, Florida. Introducing the McDermott Gambler Pro Tour. The premier Southeast Billiards Tour. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. Thousands to be won. Open 9-ball, amateur 9-ball, ladies 9-ball. Log on to gamblerprotour.com for more information. Don't miss playing in these spectacular events. Since 1975, McDermott Q has consistently raised the performance standards for what billiard players expect from a high.
gentlemen, please help me in welcoming the players down here on table number 3. This man is the Pro 9-ball 1-pocket champion and 8-ball champion, and is backed by Shown Hughes, Seminole Tribe of Florida.